We're live, Vanny. We are live. First off, Vanny, while they're not here, how about Oldham, dude? Can you even hear me? You can't even hear me. Hello? Hello, Vanny? Vanny. We're live.
Yeah.
Hey, did you?
Yeah,
how about
what's
Oldham,
up?
dude?
Okay. It's like frozen again, dude.
How about
All right.
Oldham, Vanny?
Are we live right now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Ben?
I mean what a performance, dude. They're into Wembley. I
Can you
didn't
hear me,
get to
Ben?
I didn't get to watch it, so
Yeah, I can hear you. It's not great. I don't think it's going through your mic right now.
Am I delayed?
No, you're not delayed. It's just not going through your mic. I think it's
Dude,
going through
Oldham
your...
going to Wembley, man, is going to be so emotional. Yeah.
what is going on right now?
I can hear
Mine
fine.
is just cutting in and out for you guys.
You might want to rejoin, Vanny, if it's that bad.
Why are we live?
What
Yeah,
the?
it might be my
We're
Wi-Fi.
already 10 minutes late, bro.
Yeah, but we don't even have Tommy yet.
Who cares?
I would have rather started late than just have this random stuff on the live stream.
Well, guess what? We can butter everybody up. I gotta post a link on the Instagram. Dude, I see us, man. We're the first thing.
We had a viewer for a second.
What'd you say?
We had a viewer for a second.
We had a few viewers. You can see in the top left, by the way. It should overlay. Your audio sounds really good on this, Ben. Not gonna lie.
It's good. There he is. All right. We gotta get Tommy in this bitch. I don't know why.
You gotta watch Fandy, bro, because we're live.
Why did we start live?
Because I'm not one of those people that sits here and wants to be late after I say something.
All right, let's get right into it then. The headline that I know we're a week removed from now, but Cavs fall in 5. Depressing ass last game. Like real depressing.
Can you hear us now, Benny?
Benny, what'd you think?
Well, I mean, I think we talked about it in the last podcast. You can't lose your first 2 games at home. Like that's just not gonna. You can lose your first 2 games if you're the road team, but not when you're at home. I thought maybe we'd put up a little bit more fight than 5 after those 2. I thought it might be 6, but I mean, just embarrassing. I think some big changes need to be made. I think they will be made.
They won't, man, because they're all saying that they like their core.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of
this is where I want to have the Collins to discuss, because I think this is a pretty divided topic of how much work needs to be done in the off season. Because I can see both arguments. I can see the side of like, we got the first seed. The expectations were at least conference finals. You didn't even lose to Boston. But at the same time, there were some injuries that you can make excuses for. Yeah. And it's a first-year head coach. We forget about that too. I want to toss that out there. Like,
bruh, I'm just so sick of these excuses. That's just kind of my whole thing. It's like, how many more years we can give them? Because this is a prime year to make at least the finals, and they just threw it all away. I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem is, like,
I'm sick of ramping it up.
Like, is it really going to be? Are we really going to improve? Like, it was a good year overall, and are we really going to get immediately closer to winning?
There's a couple players on this team that we can get rid of, and we'd be a lot better contenders in the postseason.
All right, so who do you got?
I mean, we all know. I've been harping on it for almost a year now, and guess what? My whole thing has been proven since October. I said he has to. Who gives 2 craps about the regular season? It's literally all dependent on how he plays in the postseason. And guess what? He couldn't stay healthy, and he couldn't play through injury, and he was a no-show again. So I'm sick of it. That's just kind of my stance, and there's really no defending it because every single player at this time in the season is injured. I mean, Aaron Gordon played through a grade 2 hamstring strain, which is literally took Curry out for weeks. The whole rest of the playoffs, he's sitting there playing through it, and
MPJ's taped up the whole series.
He stunk,
the shoulder, but he played.
Yeah,
but here's the thing though. At the end of the day, the Nuggets had the same season as us. Like they lost in the second round. And
I'm gonna be honest, they didn't have the aspirations that we did. They had Jokic,
But why not? What was the excuse there?
That team is nowhere near as deep as the Cavs.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be. They put up way more of a fight. That Nuggets team, I think, could beat this Pacers team, though they would at least give them a better fight than we did.
Here's after sitting with it a week, I agree with you. I was sad that Garland, he has to fight through that. But I think it was just our role players did not play well. It was on them. And I don't know if that means getting new role players, but just no one stepped up. Ty Jerome had a great game against the Heat and then shit his pants against the Pacers. And was there anyone who had any good games outside of Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, and sometimes Allen?
Strus had a couple solid games in the first couple. That's the thing, Ben. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't Allen.
I just don't know.
Mobley was the second best player in the series, but that was my whole thing. When Donovan Mitchell inevitably can't carry us, can't take all the weight, there's got to be somebody else that steps up.
And that should be Garland.
2 other players.
Scoring-wise, that should be Garland.
And when that totally should be Garland. When he's averaging 13 points in the games he's playing, that's just nothing. That's basically a no-show. And he's fouling. Well, he got 4 fouls in the first half. I mean, that's just he's not touching the floor. And Jared Allen and Mobley, Mobley had a great series, but man, they were getting destroyed they're just getting outworked. It's like they just didn't even care about.
I agree with you. It's just so tough because Garland has proven that he can score against NBA regular season teams. I agree with you that he hasn't proven that in the postseason, though he has had a couple excuses. I just don't know if that's the best solution is tossing him because we've seen flashes of electric offensive production from him.
Yeah, and I'm not happy about Garland. I mean, I'm not happy about Garland either. But my thing, and this is why I eventually fell into it as the season went. But early on in the season, I was apprehensive. Everybody was ready to crown Ty Jerome is it. This bench is so freaking deep. And I was like, let's hold our horses a little bit because typically these young guys, they come into the playoffs and they're not ready for that for that playoff basketball like Grunk always harps on. It's like a completely different game. And it just did kind of come to fruition. And the thing I think where our frustration is we went into that Knicks series. What was it? 2022. That series where we're
23.
Well, we were too inexperienced then, and then the next year the Celtics we had injuries. Even though all these things are being said, it's been the same result for all these lost playoff series with this new look Cavs team, and it just becomes Mitchell hero ball every time. It doesn't matter what brand of basketball we play during the regular season. It's like Kenny Atkinson comes in, we got this new scheme, we're playing beautiful ball, we're moving the ball like the prime Spurs, but then we just go back to the playoffs, and because the bench guys can't get going, because guys are out with injuries, because guys aren't performing, it just resorts to the same thing over and over and over again. So there's really no evidence that if they're playing, if they're not, whatever bench guys we have in are good or not, it just resorts to the same offense of Mitchell trying to will this team forward. And it clearly that's not a recipe for success. I mean, you can beat a crappy Heat team that basically doesn't even look like they belonged in the postseason, but I mean, that's not going to work against a half decent team.
this just shows that the regular season does not matter at all, because this is just classic Cavs where they just put on a show in the regular season because they're basically one of the only teams trying. And then are you muted, Ben? You're muted, I think, Ben.
Sorry.
Dumbass.
The regular season still matters up to the fact that like there's really no title contenders coming from the play-in seeds. I know the Heat did it that one time, but like even the Nuggets, like they're a good enough team to avoid the play-in. Like that kind of you have to see flashes from these teams that can beat the best teams, which we saw with the Cavs beating the Celtics, beating OKC. Like you have to see that at some point in the regular season. What I just don't understand is it literally felt like our offense was so dynamic where even if we were missing like all of our shots, we had so many different ways to attack, and we were also defending so well that it didn't really matter. At some point, we were just inevitable, and it's kind of what OKC still is. Like they're still playing like that, and I think it's mostly just their role players are playing better, and in addition to I don't Jalen Williams isn't really playing that great, but like probably better than Garland. Their number 2 is playing better as well. So like I don't know what happened to that kind of like overwhelming offense where it was dynamic and able to score from anywhere, but it was just we're just completely one-dimensional. The playoffs, shooting threes, running everything through Don, and yeah. I don't know what happened.
I think something that also became very glaring because something else did not translate is that our defense is not as good. Our front court is very strong defensively. Well, not even strong, but they're a good rim protecting front court. But it did expose how poor our back court is as guarding. I know that we don't want to get Okoro minutes because his offensively he just really is bad, but I think he could have used more minutes in that series. But the thing was, during the regular season, we were just, especially at the start, we were just shooting historically from 3. And that was never going to carry over into the playoffs. And I think we got away with just outscoring teams because nobody could keep up with our offensive firepower during the regular season because everyone was shooting stupid numbers from 3. And predictably, that just will not carry into the playoffs. It's just harder to get shots. And because of that, we just thought our defense was good just because we showed flashes and we were winning games. But in reality, I don't think our defense was all that. It was good, but it wasn't as elite as it would maybe statistically show. And then in terms of the 3-ball, predictably so, we came back down to earth and we shot poorly, but even if we had shot okay, I still don't think our defense would have carried that weight.
So you're saying that you think we need just better defense, and then also what, better shooters, or just more dynamic, like more big offense? Like, what's the solution?
I think we need a lot of things. I think so. The Celtics are going to dump off a bunch of players. I wouldn't mind if we could get someone like Derek White. Drew Holiday's getting a little old, so I don't know how much I would love that acquisition. But getting a guard that can defend would be fantastic. That's battle tested. My big thing. I would love to do a big deal and try and get the Giannis. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think other teams may potentially have better packages. We would have to give up a lot. But yeah, I think there's some guys like that that would come in that'd be available. And I think if you want to truly contend, it seems like all these teams that are truly good, OKC, I guess, kind of being an outlier, they're pretty young, but generally championship teams are like these 27 to 30-year-old lineups where all these guys are already battle tested. They have some runs, and their best guys are in their prime. They have a bench that has been there. So they can still, you don't want all super old guys either, because you got to be able to run the floor. But generally, being these older teams doesn't necessarily hurt you in the playoffs, because when everything slows down, becomes half court offense, all these speedy young transition teams that are good during the regular season, it doesn't matter because everything just slows down.
The problem was I felt like our team yes, we were like kind of fast, but the Pacers were an extremely fast-paced team, and also we have some of those older playoffs. I mean, Strus is supposed to be that kind of guy. Don is that guy. Like, we have a decent mix. I mean, I'm kind of seeing where you're right, Gronk. Like, maybe it is just all Garland. Like, maybe it is because it seems like everywhere else. And I will pit a little bit of it on Mobley and Allen because they just weren't.
Mobley had a great series, but I don't know what it is with Allen.
Allen
I just
played
think
soft. I don't know what. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what it is.
and I think I said this a couple months ago. I'm like, Allen just sometimes he just does not show up, and he absolutely just like crawls in his little foxhole and just does not play physical. He doesn't match the physicality, especially in these playoffs. And I thought after the Knicks series he would grow, and he would say, hey, this is the playoff energy that I have to bring, and he has not done that the last 2 years. So he hasn't learned at all.
Similar to Anthony Davis on offense, I think like how Anthony Davis just sometimes won't assert himself on offense. Like he's like a 6'11" dude, and he'll just be like take like a willy-nilly like jump shot, like he's the biggest dude on the floor. And I think Allen's a similar. Like sometimes he just is not engaged, and he just will not assert himself at all. There were so many times where they would just set a screen and switch Miles Turner or Siakam onto Garland, and it was just like, dude, and Allen's on the opposite block, and he won't come over and help, and it's just like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like you just sit there as like a deer in headlights. Like, dude, you're like, how tall is Garland? Like maybe like 6'1". Like your 6'1" guard's just getting abused by forwards and bigs, and you're just sitting there. Like he can't guard them if he's a good defender. Like you gotta go help. And
he's like my height,
deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel bad because he was obviously in pain. Garland was obviously in pain, and I agree with you, Gronk. Like all these guys are injured. I mean, yeah, I just don't know how many chances he should get. Obviously, you guys think he should be done with
three, and he's throwing those 3 away.
The windows. Everyone, like I said, everyone thinks we have like these super long windows. Like you have like a lot less time than you think in the NBA. Like,
well, Vanny, though, you just said that you think the older groups are okay though in the playoffs. So I mean, the other option is just having this team continue to get tested, and they have, as far as age window, they do have an age window. Well, if they all stay healthy. I mean,
if we could just keep this unit together as one, I'm saying I just don't think that'll happen. Players will get hurt. Players like we don't even know if we're gonna have Ty Jerome next season. Like some team might, like the Wizards or something. He hurt his stock a lot, but like a team might just pay him I think guys will move, and like who knows, like someone, God forbid, someone just gets like a career-ending injury. Like all these like blood clot shit's been going on. Like there's no like guarantees that nothing is guaranteed. And I sometimes think that it's better to just be aggressive and make rash moves that maybe you'll come to regret later than to kind of because there's no like when people play these hypotheticals, like let's say we trade Garland and then he goes on and plays well elsewhere. Then it's like, okay, like, but from what we've seen, it's not, there's no evidence to support that. You can't like play that like hypothetical game. Like where
I agree with that, Manny.
I think you gotta just be aggressive a little bit sometimes and make
the only problem I have. I mean, honestly, I think my mind is just tainted because these are similar talking points to the Deshaun Watson.
Your mind's tainted?
I mean, it's exactly what we were saying with Deshaun Watson, dude. Like the Browns have such a good roster. Baker's just not quite good enough. We need a good QB. I agreed with it at the time. And it is different. Like obviously Giannis is not carrying the baggage that Deshaun Watson does, but that mistake makes me hesitate for sure. Just because we gave up something in chasing a Super Bowl, and it got 20 times worse. But I don't know.
That's fair.
I see what you're
And that's shit that's gonna happen too. Like that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's possible
and it's
for sure.
unfortunate. And like it probably like who knows? Like Garland could move on. And if he goes wins a championship elsewhere, like that would definitely like hurt. And I would definitely have to applaud him because I gave up on him too soon. But I think sometimes like I don't know. I just think the windows. A lot of people like. I think there's like this idea in the NBA that if you're like young and talented, that it's just like you eventually your a championship's inevitable. Like you just gotta wait, and that's just not. I think like the first OKC team is the team that I think of like every single time. Like that Thunder team with Durant, Russ, like Ibaka's playing at like an all-star. I mean, they had all these guys. Harden was their sixth. I mean, that team's just like all-time talented, and then it just breaks up. But like everyone, when that team was constructed, it's like, oh, it's only a matter of time till this team. But then who knows what happens? Like KD just asks out. Like who knows? I don't know when Donovan Mitchell's contract expires, but like one more bad season, he asks out. Our main guy is gone. That changed the dynamic of everything. So there's no guarantees with these rosters, I guess. I think just because you have 5 players on the floor, it's so volatile that like one guy just changes the dynamic of everything. And there is a lot of player movement. So
Yeah.
Tommy's
Tommy.
on the podcast, by the way, and I'm gonna
Can
just
you
shout
hear
out
me?
Tommy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The old ball and chain hopping in, but I'm just gonna say, Tommy, you had the same viewpoint I had in the end about Garland and just like how we're the same shit
About-
every season.
It's like it doesn't matter how good of a regular season you have if you can't be healthy or play well in the postseason. It's like I'd rather move you for something like pennies on the dollar than stuck with the same thing every year because it's happened 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Last year we lost to the Celtics. The year before that was the Knicks, and then before that was that Hawks playing game.
Like you're giving him no credit for the excuse, like the injuries excuses though. You're giving him no.
But then it's a different thing. It's if he can't stay healthy, it's the same. Like it can be either issue. Like either he's can't play well, or if he can't play well because he's injured, that happens every year too. So it's like
I agree.
So there's
I agree.
clearly a
can't be
common
available, then there's an issue there regardless, whether you want to call it injuries or
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
what. There's always something.
But okay, so realistically though, if you just count up the games he's played in the playoffs, it's basically been one playing game, or was it 2 playing games? The first one.
2. We played the Nets and lost.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 playing games, the 4 Heat sweep, then 3 Pacers games. So 7 this year, and then another 8 or so probably like 10.
No.
So
He wasn't healthy all of last year.
So we're saying probably 20 playoff games.
Oh yeah, his whole excuse last year was his jaw.
Yeah.
That was his whole.
I will say he was playing pretty consistently bad after the jaw, and then played consistently a lot better this whole regular season. Like that was a huge jump.
It's hard.
Okay, but I don't care about the regular season, Ben, because then he gets hurt again.
I'm just saying it wasn't that one wasn't a difference between the regular season and the postseason. That was just shit all over. You know, he played bad.
That's even worse, I guess.
That's fair. I agree with Tommy. Like Tommy said, there's an issue regardless of whether it's health or performance. But my question is 20 games sample size. Is that enough to really want to trade away this guy who has shown flashes of being great?
I just think.
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
I was just gonna say. I think it's hard to. It's not like 20 games. Maybe doesn't seem like a lot, but playing, what was that, 4 years worth of chances? Like, I feel like that's more than enough time. I mean, it's a professional sports. You got a short life, so like, how much do you really want to wait around? And I like him. He's good in the regular season, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you guys see these comments?
Yeah. Should we address the comment section?
We got.
I was gonna say something. I don't know where are you seeing them? Oh, over here. Oh, I see.
What's up, third stringers? And then Andrew says, moment of silence for Jamie Vardy. Everett says, Kobe White for Darius Garland straight up. Giannis for Mobley. Well, here's the thing, Everett. I like Mobley's the best out of our young guys, obviously. He has the flashes of greatness. Garland, he's just got flashes of being just a good playmaker.
But the Bucks aren't going to take just Garland, obviously.
Well, exactly. Nobody wants Garland.
Yeah.
Just
Can I
Garland.
say
There's
something?
nothing for them.
Yeah, man.
I think my thing is, let's even like say hypothetically we get like Garland's healthy this series and he plays to his fullest potential. So he at least, we'll say he averages a few more points than his season average. 3 of those losses were ugly. I mean, I don't know if we win this series fully healthy.
Yeah,
Like you
I
could
agree
put
with
out
that,
this fully healthy team and maybe it goes 6 instead. I'm not convinced. I think we still get battered. And I think that just shows the deeper issues.
Well, and we lost to the Pacers at home like 4 times during the regular season, right? When we were
and
healthy.
you could say maybe it's just a matchup thing, but that's why I think we might need some big change, some real roster mix up because it just I mean, I don't know if we're even healthy and playing, and like I said, we haven't seen him play elite in the playoffs, even at an elite level. If we even beat them, I mean, to be honest,
You know what, man? I agree with that, but then also I think about how Garland didn't play in game 2 and we kind of maybe it was game 1.
and that was a close one, and that does change the dynamic.
Threw Ty Jerome in the starting lineup out of his comfort zone from what he's established, and he just dropped a goose egg. And after that game where he was uncomfortable, lost all his confidence, it was bad the rest of the season up until the final game where Atkinson just had him riding the bench and just used him trying to get us back in that game. I don't know.
Here's a question I want to throw out too. Do you blame Atkinson at all? I feel like he's got to be a little bit more adaptable once you have these injuries. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I wanted to see him lean on some different guys a little bit more. Is what I was thinking.
So, I mean, he got leaned on Dean Wade, and that was leaning. He was about to tip over. That didn't do anything. He was Dean Wade. I think was just out there getting cardio.
What were you gonna say, Tommy?
I mean, I just like it's obviously hard when your team is mostly healthy, and then you kind of have to change last second for that. But those 7 minutes in Game 5 in the was that the third quarter that we like didn't score a single basket or free throw, like that was embarrassing. I think at some point the coach needs to do something, any play to score a basket, and we would have lost by a lot more if we didn't have Ty Jerome at least hitting those bail threes. So I think not enough to like overreact to it, but I think he could have done something in that, at least that last game, to like maybe give us a better chance to win.
Hey, we said at the start, it was the middle or start of the season. We said Eastern Conference Finals or bust.
Yep,
we've that's it. I mean, that's kind of like that was our ceiling, and the ceiling just collapsed on us right now.
Ben's muted again.
Yeah, you're muted. God, dude, come on.
We said without injuries, though. We did say that.
Added it after because you knew. I think you knew in the back of your mind. Oh, these.
I said from the first month of the season, all I care about is getting healthy to the postseason, which we did, and then we got injured. But
can I address something from the comments? And
Yeah,
I want to bring this up,
sure.
and I think he meant it as a joke. I don't know if it was serious, but David Banks mentioned Colin Sexton. If we swapped Colin, I'm not saying we do this. I think Darius Garland's a better player, but if we were to swap them in this series, would the Cavs have done better? Colin Sexton showed flashes. I think more of a dog on defense.
Yeah.
Would he potentially? I don't think has Colin Sexton even had playoff. Because once we traded to the Jazz, I don't think they. I don't know if we've seen him in the playoffs. I don't know if we have something to compare to. But
healthy Garland is miles above Sexton.
What about the defense though?
I think Sexton straight up in this series would have done better with the injury that Garland was dealing with.
I was gonna say, would we have him for games 1 and 2 also?
And that too, yeah.
Because I mean,
I think you're right.
2 games we lost. So in that sense, probably.
Oh, Pat's still a Garland truther. Pat, listen, we've shared some horrible Browns losses together. I mean, do you remember that Jets collapse where you just walked?
Oh, you were
out
at
of my
that
house in
game?
Thailand? Garland is replicating that. Where it's the same thing. Oh yeah, I told you Sexton was not good for us at all.
The problem is,
Well, everybody loves Sexton because he was literally on a team with like Raul Neto as his backup point guard.
Chetty?
but can we
Henson as
can
a
we
center,
play out the
right? I mean,
series?
like, come on.
Let's play out the scenarios though. If we try to keep our core the same as possible, realistically, we're probably going to end up with a 1, 2, or 3 seed in the East again, right? Like, I don't see why this team can't be successful.
Well, I don't care about that, Ben.
The postseason, though.
I get that, but it still puts you in a position to where you're contending for a championship. If we go with the route of trading for a Giannis, there's just so many other variables and so much of our future stock that you're giving up for that. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it based on the current results. But that's my opinion. I think I'm trying to play out each scenario.
But do you view our current roster, like with everything they've shown the last 2 to 3 seasons, do you think if they were to be able to connect at all, they could win in the postseason? I don't know.
And I see one of Andrew's comments. Did Garland's comments about Hero bother you given he got cooked round 2? It bothered me more, Andrew, that after those comments, Garland sat the rest of the series. Those comments were after game 2, and then he was done that rest of the series. He didn't even and then he stunk the next series. So yes, it did bother me that he just kind of made those comments when it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black a little bit.
That's a deep pull from Everest. Sexton 5v3, Bama versus I think it was Minnesota.
Oh my God, it's not a deep pull. Everybody remembers that game.
Everyone remembers that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I guess more people are in the
went to
college
Alabama.
basketball.
How do you not remember?
That's like his
No, I
calling
remember
card,
that. I just
kinda.
figured that was a deep pull for you boys. I didn't know you boys
Actually,
followed.
his most memorable moment was that game he had against like the Nets in 2019, where he had
when
like
the big
40
three was
something.
playing?
Yeah, and like
Is it the
willed
first
us to
game?
win.
That was sick.
See, more grit than Garland there. I don't know.
I think he has more grit. I think Garland's
a better player.
He's just wiry as shit. It's not his fault. He's not built for this league. Yeah.
The muscle.
All right, so you just don't believe in him. Then.
Not built for the
I
league.
think his problem is physical. I don't think his problem is mental as far as playing bad in the playoffs. I think he's literally physically just not built to hold up in this league. I think that
I agree with David too. We needed someone to make a statement. That's kind of where I dog Bickerstaff for playing Niang and we let him go. And Niang would have come in there and made him,
Wait, we might have a dial in.
Oh boy.
He wants you to keep going, Gronk.
Oh, he wants us to keep going? Yeah, I don't know. I think we need something, a statement there. I forgot the brakes beat off of us in game. This is ridiculous.
I just think
in game 1 we should have made a statement. I think immediately.
but we thought that they couldn't keep up that shooting.
Yeah, and that was our whole thing. But then I think our defense was also getting just exposed. I didn't really Kenny Atkinson. I think he made adjustments. I like that a lot. He made adjustments in the first. We were just getting exposed on the switches, and that was really upsetting me because it would just literally leave like you said, it'd be like Allen and Mobley having confusion down low, and it'd lead to a wide open Turner corner 3, or on the wing he'd just be wide open, and that's why I got upset. And then he made adjustments and played a zone, which I loved, but then he just sat that zone the rest of the series, and then the Pacers figured it out.
And then they inevitably, heated up from 3 again, which was so predictable. And
feel like we have too many one-dimensional players, whether they're just good on offense or just good on defense. And obviously, it's hard to have someone who's good at both. But I don't know how. We had to do too many offensive specific or defensive specific lineups, and it's just hard to have success in the postseason with that.
Yeah, Mitchell will thrive if he has. Mitchell's really what Mitchell needs. He doesn't need a point guard. He doesn't need Garland, but he just needs a wing guy that can just just a high caliber. Even like KD, I'll throw KD in there. He can play. I mean, I don't know at his age now, his defense. He's still got that length, but like he can still be a versatile offensive threat. Although I don't know what like the people thinking like Tatum's gonna come back no problem with this Achilles injury. I think KD is the only player I've seen come back at such a high caliber from that Achilles. Like Kobe was never the same,
and he still even missed the step a little bit. KD kind of. I'm not gonna say he's bad, but he like that hyper efficiency that he used to have. Like you would see him, he would shoot jump shots all game, and he'd be shooting like 55 to 60%, and it was like stupid. It was like he shot all jump shot. He didn't become inefficient, but he kind of fell once he was on the Suns. He fell back down into like he was like shooting like in the 40s, and like not that that's bad. If you're taking all jump shots, that's very good. It's still efficient, but like. He even missed the step a little bit. That's what I mean. That's why I agree with you, Grunk. That Tatum, I don't know. And Tatum doesn't have the even close to the resume that KD has, in my opinion. In terms of consistency wise, but
the one thing I do want to add though is he does at least have age on his side. He's younger than all the other players when they had it, so his body.
I agree with that, Tommy. He is young still.
We got our first guest coming on here in potentially a few minutes. I just sent the link, so he's gonna be hopping on here in a sec.
I see Andrew says, Camera says sign Big Perk. Obviously, we win that. Yeah, like or Jay Crowder. Is Jay Crowder still in the league? Is he in the Bucks still in or what?
I don't think he's been off the Bucks for a while. Didn't he go back to the Suns and then
the Kings? AG Burrell says put in Tristan, get a flagrant. Well, yeah, when they put in Joe Johnson, I say put in Tristan. They just go at it. Hunter got in a fight with Matherin. This is Banksy. Jared Allen just watching the corner. I agree with that. Allen is he can go play with his Pokemon cards or something. I don't know what he does.
Can we talk about what we think is going to happen here? Knicks versus Pacers. I have what I think is going to happen. What do you guys? What are you rooting for? What do you think is going to happen?
You guys talk about. I don't care.
I'm rooting for New York. I think it's I don't love New York, but I'm so sick of this pace, and it's partly because we lost to them. And I root for like if the Cavs don't win, I root for the Bucks a little bit because I'm such a Giannis fanatic. But they are just so like frustrating. They're just pesky. I want to talk about Tyrese Halliburton a little bit. I don't think he's overrated, like people were saying, but the credit he is getting, people forget that he is like game to game. Like, he had that great game too. He hit that game winner. The next game, he drops like 3 points, and then he has another 11 points. He's had like 4 or 5 stink bombs in this where he hasn't affected the game defensively. He's not playmaking. He's not scoring. And like people are like, dude, this guy's a superstar because then he'll go and have a 30-point game. If you're a star in this league, it's consistency. It's every game you're getting your at least like 20, and if you're under on your scoring, you're impacting the game defensively, you're impacting it. The guy just disappears, and he's fortunate that he has a great team around him. Siakam and Turner have been playing. I don't even want to know what Turner's shooting on, like those mid-range jumpers. I mean, those guys have been excellent. Matherin, I'm forgetting other guys now. Nembhard. I mean, they're playing. The whole team is playing well. Tyrese Halliburton is not like this star that's like running this team because he hasn't been their most consistent guy even on this team. I think like guys like Siakam and
what type of games
have been more. He's been dropping stink bombs. I don't know how else to put. I mean, they're just all like there's some bad games, and it's just like, dude, it's ridiculous the credit and the conversations that I'm hearing him put in. I'm seeing people are putting him over Luka now. I'm like, dude, I'm not even a Luka fan, but it's like the recency bias is just pathetic. Like the Lakers go out and Tyrese is having his cutesy little run with the Pacers again, and it's like, come on, like we got to look at this objectively. It's ridiculous.
He doesn't even play like 3/4 of the game too. Like the coach knows that he can't play the entire game. Like, yeah, I don't think he's overrated, but I don't think. Yeah,
I agree. He's not overrated. He's a good player, but it's like
he just gets too much.
conversations he's
Yeah.
getting in.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So I'm hoping next.
Hey, you might get a couple more callers, Ben.
We got a couple callers coming in here. This is gonna be a good test of how we can handle.
You might get somebody calling, Ben. You're gonna have to handle this, bro.
Well, here's what I'm doing. Here's what we're doing. Can you tell? I'm having them talk to me, and I'm sending them the link. Then we're gonna have them on for a few minutes, talk about what we're talking about, and then go from there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Our
we
first
have
guest.
a Bengals fan on the podcast. All right.
This should be good. This should be good.
Oh God, I hope Michael.
This is good.
In.
This is gonna be good. All right, we got a caller here. I'm gonna take this.
This might be Michael right now.
It probably is.
Ben's taking calls. Ben's taking calls. He's gonna be like, patch me in. Let me send the link in to them because I texted in the group chat and I said we're going live right now. Vanny, it's kind of like Grunk Bricks all over again. Like I can't believe there's people sitting here listening to us just talk about crap. You know,
yeah, it is odd.
What do you say, man?
All right, we're getting them on. I'm sending the link now.
Catch me the fuck in. I bet, and they go his thing. I bet. Ben, we'll have to talk Bengals, Browns with him, and Tommy. I don't know where Tommy is, but this is your forte, talking Browns and Bengals talk with him.
I think.
And also,
I think
NBA. Oh, he's a huge Garland's guy. He's a huge Garland guy too. I hate it.
We're gonna have Andrew coming on. We're gonna have Logan coming on. We got Michael coming on. That's our next three up. So here we go. It's gonna be funny.
All right, you let me know, and then I think I have to add him to the stage.
Should
Logan,
we?
come on, shout out Logan, bro. There we go.
Should we introduce a little bit of
I
Browns?
mean, whatever. Honestly, we can let the guests dictate whatever they want to talk about.
Yeah, well, I agree. Boys, anyone in the chat, feel free to comment. But like, we didn't post the last podcast we recorded where we talked about Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel. I think is the report I saw today true that Pickett and Gabriel are taking first and second?
Yeah, I saw that from a couple of things, and then it was Shedeur and Flacco third and fourth.
How much?
And I also saw some rumors just from the pipeline of a couple of reporters that if there was a QB that was going to be cut, it'd be Flacco before the start.
Oh no!
There's no merit to it, just from a couple of people on Twitter, man. But I'm just saying, if that were the case, I'd be really upset because what Gabriel and Shedeur need, as you know, desperately, especially in a team of the Cleveland Browns. No offense to the Cleveland Browns. They need a veteran QB there at the whole season. It just can't be. And I think for the Browns, they're just going to be like, oh, they need him. This is Michael. Oh, God.
Oh!
Hey, Michael.
Yo.
We're talking about how the Bengals always are the cheapest team in the league and how they're getting rid of Trey.
Wow. Okay, so fellas. Everyone who's not Henry here in this establishment right now, I'd like to throw some stats at you, and you have to guess who we're talking about, all right?
Oh, boy.
He's
going to be comparing Myles Garrett to Trey Henderson.
All right. No. Just all right. 4,918 yards passing, 43 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Passer rating of 108.5. Now we're going to play a game. Guess who it is.
Is it I don't even know. I don't know. Joe Burrow?
Kenny Pickett.
Did you just say Kenny Pickett?
I'm assuming that's Joe Burr.
It's gotta be Joe Burrow.
That's 9.
Bro.
That's 9.
Michael, here's my thing about, and I know you.
He was playing some great ball in February and January, though.
Okay, bro, but Michael, you know,
Right.
my whole thing about Burrow is, guess what? He can win the comeback player of the year all he wants, but he's always
You're
just
right, he can.
inconsistent, bruh.
Inconsistency, right? Okay, so
Are you
I'm glad
driving?
you brought that up. I am, but this is my opportunity to talk. So here we are. Inconsistency. All right. So another question for the class: who was number one against the blitz in passing yards, touchdowns, passer rating, and completion percentage?
Michael, he'll never be Mahomes, and you're
Wait,
so
was that? Oh my gosh!
You're
Wait,
so
guys, I think that's
insecure
Joe
about it.
Burrow.
I just what is the plan to take him out of the regular season though? Like the team's not built to even make it to the playoffs right now.
Not built. All right, so there's this really cool guy. I don't know if you guys have met him. Jamar Chase, triple crown.
Oh
runner
my
this
god,
year.
that's
We're
what
talking it's
bro.
defense.
Yeah.
It's defense. The defense was terrible all year.
Right. But here's where we've got hope. All right, we've got the worst defensive coordinator in football history, in Al Golden or whatever his name is. You know, he's notoriously known for playing man-to-man coverage against Jeremiah Smith, and the most important player in the game, we're cooked. So we're just gonna have to genuinely score 900 points a game. to
So
win.
you're actually
here's the
just
thing with-
giving up
Here's the thing with the Bengals.
Oh no.
on
No, he
defense.
doesn't
So I
give
mean.
up. It's so annoying, Ben. They'll be like down, like just like crawling on their like hands and knees. Like the season's over. He's like, I'm not giving up on this team. It's just.
Honestly, I don't hate the strategy of just trying to make the offense as efficient as possible and just hoping that the defense can hang on. I don't hate it.
It didnn't happen last year though. You're basically.
But that's
flipping a
not
coin in
sustainable.
rain.
Yeah,
And-
but at the same time, I think almost like what Vanny was, what we were talking about basketball wise, when the game slows down. If you have an electric offense like that, you might be able to survive if you can get to the playoffs, which is obviously tough to do in the NFL. But I think you could actually win some playoff games just with a purely electric offense.
Isn't
Tommy.
Hendrickson gone?
Hendrickson's gone, I believe. Yeah.
Whoa! Pump the brakes. He's not gone. We got him until 26. Now for the defense, I'd like to tell you we've got some studs. We got Dax Hill. We've got DJ Turner. Oh yeah, by the way, we have the fastest secondary in the NFL. Clock that. We've got pretty good linebackers right now.
the secretary that can't guard anyone.
Yeah. What?
Okay, but hey, speed kills. That's what they say. That's what my mom taught me. So, oh wait, who has the most interceptions at linebacker since 2020? Is that? Oh right, that's Logan Wilson. I forgot. I mean, come on, stop sleeping
Bro,
on
he's
us.
a nobody.
Let us
Oh, my
cook.
God. Oh,
What?
and Patrick O'Doherty, Bengals are a poverty franchise. And Michael, there you go.
Poverty. Wow.
Bro, Michael,
Wow.
and
I
the
just-
funniest thing about Michael, and I think, and I kind of egg them on a little bit, but they go, "Oh, we don't even care about Cleveland. We don't care about the Browns. They're or the Guardians. They're nowhere near level." And then every time they miraculously beat us, boom, it's instantly in the group chat that we beat Cleveland and all that stuff. Michael, I think I don't know if I remember correctly. Last year we were sitting there, Naylor and his big fat belly were smoking cigars, going to the ALCS. Were you even born last time the Reds went to the ALCS or ALDS? Excuse me.
Oh, brother. I'd like to remind you of 2020 playoff run, 2012 playoff run, and 1990 wire to wire.
2020,
Wait, 1976,
Oh my.
1975,
1975.
Holes.
Wait, 5-time World Series champions?
Michael,
You're talking
Michael.
about us right now?
Talking
No,
about
you're talking
decades ago.
Your 2020 playoff run wasn't even a run. You got swept in the wild. You got crushed in the wild card game. Did you guys even get a hit?
Wait, who was the Cy Young Award winner that year? Can you
Bauer?
remind me?
Who cares? Michael, you care too
That's
much
a
about
good
the
topic.
regular
Wait.
season stats.
Guest, brother in Christ, guest convo, drop, and then I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Trevor Bauer, should he be in? Yes or no?
Should he be in the MLB? Yes or no? That's a controversial
Should he
topic.
be in the MLB? Yes. It is, but that's what we come here for. On third stringers, we don't dance around the bush. We get straight to it. Come on.
Is he still out
Let's
for
go.
the abuse? Was that the original?
It
I
got
can't even
dropped.
remember.
Well, it was
Yeah,
the lawsuit got dropped.
Well, he got dropped, and I guess he just got what? He's just kind of like blackballed from the league.
He's
kinda?
blackballed. Is that it?
Michael.
He's given the Pete Rose treatment. Yeah, he's given the Pete Rose treatment. No one
Michael,
wants
what's
him.
your thoughts on that Pete Rose stuff? I think that's so crazy. I think that's so like they waited until he passed away to do that. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
It's sickening. It's sickening.
that-
but we all knew. We all knew. We all knew it was
If
gonna
they
That
at
is
least
true.
they
I
at
think
least
we all
told
thought-
him. I'm assuming that he probably knew when he was living that he was going to go in after he died. Maybe is that inaccurate?
Yes, I mean technically he did agree to a lifetime ban, so I mean it wasn't a surprise. But come on, I mean we really had Shoeless Joe Jackson in a lifetime ban, and bro played in the 1919 World Series, and y'all took
Why was
until
he banned? 'Cause he
2025.
cheated? Didn't he like purposely
Yeah.
lose?
Yeah,
Was that the team where they purposely lost? Like they like all agreed?
Yeah.
to lose? Okay, yeah.
yeah, and the Reds.
I mean
got
that's a
their
bad
wins.
look. I'm not gonna lie though.
But from 1919, come on.
Yeah, but you're just talking about championships from 1975. So I mean, it's just like
In
you're
76, four-game sweep of the Yankees, Big Red Machine.
bruh,
I mean,
you
should we go on?
weren't even a
Should we go
thought.
on? Should we
What?
go on? I could list the starting 8 right now, starting 9. if you want to.
And it was so bad when I was with them with the Reds, Ben. They would just nonstop talk about that Super Bowl appearance, like it was like they had done it all. They had done the whole thing.
I mean,
Dude.
Cincy sports. It's hilarious how
And then my
honestly,
guy Stafford got him.
I think it's hilarious how the Bengals are just in a completely opposite situation in the Browns, where Joe Burrow is obviously like a franchise guy, and they just need to get the rest of their team together. The Browns could not be more opposite than that.
Michael,
But-
would you rather? What situation would you rather be in? A team
Yeah,
like
that's
the
a good
Bengals
point.
where you see the potential and you guys can never hit that potential, or the Browns where it's like every like 3 or 4 years we start a new rebuild?
It's got to be the Bengals. That's not even a question.
Bengals, bro. Bengals,
But,
bro.
like,
'Cause
it was
I
more
know
heartbreaking,
it's
though.
exciting.
It is
But
heartbreaking.
it's heartbreaking, bro, because every year you're like, all right,
Welcome
this
to
is
Ohio.
that's
yeah, I guess we all
Welcome
share.
to Ohio.
that's true, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, where are you
This
calling
is
us
how
from, by
it
the way?
is.
Where are you at? Are you
I'm
in Arkansas?
live from Springfield, Missouri, gang.
All right, I was gonna
Missouri.
say, are you in Arkansas?
Nice.
or Spring- Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm in
well,
Missouri. I'm out here in Chiefs territory. At least, okay, can we just agree that the Steelers and the Chiefs are the most unbearable teams in the NFL?
Yep. I'm with you there.
I don't.
And the
Chiefs-
Cowboys. Throw the Cowboys in there too.
I don't like the Eagles. You know me. I hate
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Eagles.
yeah. The Eagles.
I don't like the Eagles. I don't like Sirianni that much.
I'm okay with the Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I'll take them over the Chiefs for sure.
Michael just is, and also he just one last thing. He thinks like the Bengals and the Chiefs have this like massive rivalry that like they can't. What the? Oh, how they have this massive rivalry that they just like will go down in the history books just because the Bengals beat the Chiefs once.
No. We actually, Jamar
Burrow
Chase
had-
catches 266 yards during his rookie season to send us into the playoffs. Do you remember that? That was pretty cool. Do you remember when we were down 3 scores and then we came back in the AFC Championship and went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs? That was pretty cool. Remember week 2? Instant classic. I mean, what are we talking about here, Henry?
Who remembers week 2 of the Bengals Chiefs? All right.
Every game is cinema. Every
All
game
right.
is cinema.
All
gotta
right.
make
Thanks
the
for
playoffs.
calling in, Michael.
We
All
got
right. We appreciate it.
Okay.
You gotta
Cincy.
bring him on for an episode.
that was hilarious, dude. We gotta get him. We gotta
He's
get
got
him
ball
on talk,
knowledge.
talk Cincy.
Yeah, dude, the stats. I was just kind of frozen. I wasn't about to say nothing.
I mean, it is funny how opposite. Like, and I'm jealous of the Bengals. I mean, just having Burrow is a cheat code. Realistically, like,
You know you have to live in Cincinnati to be a Bengals.
no,
they-
I mean, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm just saying Burrow's. I'm just jealous of Burrow. I guess. Yeah.
I didn't really. Besides us playing them, like, do they have like a half? Is their line any good? Is their line getting any better? Like, 'cause
That's a good
I know for the
question.
longest time they couldn't even freaking protect them. So
I think their offense was not the issue whatsoever last year. But I don't
No,
know.
it wasn't. They just couldn't. They just couldn't hang
Yeah.
in with their defense.
Who
allowing them
was
to-
running for them though? Because Mixon's in Houston
Chase
now. Who-
Brown.
Oh yeah, Chase Brown. Yeah, Houston.
They
He's
let,
actually pretty
Mixon
good
walk.
too.
We who's coming on next? I think it's either gonna be Logan or Andrew. I want to get Andrew in here. Andrew, get in here. Talk some Browns. Since we transitioned to NFL.
Well, he can talk about whatever he wants, bro. He's a guest, man. Have some class.
I'm just talking
Michael
talking
comes
out
over
loud
to
to the
Andrew.
chat here. Talking out loud to the chat here.
I interned with Michael and Marcus. Shout out Marcus for being in the chat. I interned with both of them for the Reds. So in 2022. So that was like every day nonstop of us
Dude.
just like going back and forth. Like
Marcus,
you know,
we should ask if he has a job, dude. If they got connections,
they
get
don't
you a
work for the
job.
Reds. Michael's is down. He's over in Springfield, Missouri.
We gotta have him on a full up. That was
He
fun.
was in Arkansas for a bit. He's been all over since, and then now we should have a little map of all the guests that call in, Ben. I don't know, that'd be funny. Oh,
Tommy, yeah, Tommy, I want to get your take on the draft since the last episode which we didn't post was me, Gronk, Vanny. No, Tommy. I want to hear Tommy your take, and then we got Andrew coming in here.
Angel, we'll get you on after this take, big dog.
I mean, I feel like it has to be rigged, right? The odds of that happening, like, come on, like it. The thing is, we can't do anything about it, but there's definitely some sort of shady business of bump their views up. Nico, take one for the team. Give one of the best young stars to the biggest market. Everyone shits on them. A lot of views, whatever, talking about, and then in return, the 1.8% chance ends up hitting. Like, I just think it's too perfect to not be rigged.
Mel
Yeah.
Kiper was furious.
Yeah, I don't know. You
think
talking
it's
NFL? Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you talking about NBA or NFL?
I was talking either. Grunk brought up Mel Kiper. I was like,
Wait, I thought I was talking about NFL.
no, Tommy's talking NBA lottery.
Oh, I was talking about how I think that's rigged.
I
I
think the NFL draft could have been rigged because they let the score slide that low.
I don't think the NBA is rigged. I think Nico Harrison got lucky as hell. Well, all right, let's get.
Come on.
I think the NBA is rigged.
Let's
Come on,
get.
thank
let's
you,
get
man.
Andrew
We
in
should have
here.
never even gotten LeBron, dude. I'm telling you.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, yeah.
And then 3 first-round picks or 3 first-overall picks after LeBron leaves.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Like, come
Tom.
on.
Andrew, welcome to the pod. Great to have you. I do feel bad for your brother Will. We've had him on twice now, and he has not been posting whatsoever. So you're the first Burlingame actually live on the pod now. Yeah,
That's huge.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? If you want to talk Cavs, if you have any takes there, but Browns, what do you think about our QB situation going forward here?
Yeah, the Browns. I guess I was sorry if I sound a little sick, but do you guys care that we're not bringing back Nick Chubb? I see people on social media crying about it, and I guess I don't really care at this point. I don't really see what he adds. We kind of saw what he had to offer last season, and he served the team well, but kind of time to move on now.
I think Gronk is a little angry. Gronk,
I'm
you want to
upset
talk?
about that one just because all that he's done for this city. I think we can let Jerome Ford walk. I think we could have Nick Chubb in that locker room with Genty and then whoever that Tennessee guy we got. Honestly, I don't even know his name. To be honest. Or,
Dylan Sampson.
Judkins and whoever the other guy is. I don't know if I said
Sampson.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just Chubb. We kind of screw him over.
It's a good business move, though. I think you're right, Andrew. I mean, we saw he wasn't elite, which is he's still probably going to get good money somewhere else. And realistically, I think the two guys we got are going to be very solid and cheap as hell. I think it's a good business move. Tommy, Vanny, any?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just sad to watch a fan favorite who got us through all those dark. I don't know. It was a bad stretch, and every time we'd have a good season, we'd follow up with a bad one, but you always had Chubb to rely on. I just wish there's a way we could keep him on the team because I'd hate to see him in any other jersey. But like, as far as it goes for being competitive, like, who knows if he'll even like get enough minutes for him to be worth the contract that'll come with him.
Yeah.
You
Andrew-
definitely lost a step. And then in terms of like, it was fun seeing him have success because there were so many like Nick Chubbs before him, like guys that we were trying to get to do what he achieved, like the Crowells of the world and the Carlos Hydes of the like those type of guys that we thought were gonna be Nick Chubb guys, and the Browns were trying to turn into Nick Chubb guys. So it was cool to see him have that success. But yeah, I think he definitely lost a step. So it's not. Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
I want to know what your expectation is this year. I think our line is 4.5 wins. I'm hammering that over personally. I think Stefanski is a good coach,
Yeah.
dude. A good coach does not only win 4 games, so I'm hammering that
Did we only
over.
win 3 last year?
Yes, but it was unexpected circumstances. It was unexpected circumstances. He wasn't ready. What do you think is going to happen this year? What's your expectation?
I'm like the biggest optimist when it comes to like wins, but like just like look at the schedule. Like I don't see a win in like the first like 6 games like automatically. Like
Schedule is tough. Yeah.
like it does not seem like a 4th place schedule to me. I know we'll pick up like a few like shitty wins here and there, but like anything over like 4 to me would be like extremely like surprising. Like I don't know.
I
What's up
just
with that?
I trust Stefanski. So are we like if we get 4 wins, are we not firing Stefanski after
Tank
2
for
years?
Arch. We need him to get
I'm
Arch.
fine with Stefanski.
No,
He's
Tommy.
playing with
Like-
house money this season for all.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think there's going to be calls if we really only win 4 games, like that's a lot of losing.
There's going to
Where-
be calls, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I think we ride it out with him. I agree with you. I think he's a good coach, but I also just look at this roster and it is just like volatile. I mean, they're just I don't know if there's one guy I look at outside of Myles Garrett, and even there's a question mark because I don't know where his head's at. And I say like, oh, this guy is consistently going to like play well for us on this roster. I mean, Nick Chubb was our like kind of like I guess our rock or another consistent piece, and obviously last season didn't go well, and we're probably getting rid of him. So I just don't see anyone that I look to that like just have anything consistent. I don't know.
Yeah, I know like Haslam at like the winter meetings, like when like talking about Watson, they said like you could like hold him and like be accountable, and like the local people were like interpreting that as like, oh, like the leash has been like extended on like Stefanski and like Barry, like giving them like more of like a window to like kind of fuck around to look for like draft picks and whatnot. But like I don't know if like the fans will like totally be on board with that if we have like another 3-win season.
That's what I'm concerned
with
about.
That's a
that,
really
yeah.
good point, though. Andrew.
I mean, what are these lineups going to look like? Like, how many different lineups are we going to go out? How many different quarterbacks are even going to play this year for us? I mean, we still technically we have 5 QBs. I mean, with Watson and Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Shador. Like, there's just nothing here pointing to me that this is going to be like go well. I don't know.
That's a really good point, though, Andrew, because for a lot of people, they could be like, oh, Haslam, he's a rash owner. He could just throw Stefanski under the bus. But with him kind of admitting, yeah, that was my bad. I actually thought I was very happy with that he said that openly in the public, because that's him openly admitting like he's at fault for that mistake.
Grunk with a rare compliment there for the front office.
Well,
How do you hold an owner accountable? Like that's what he said. Like, what am I supposed to do?
That's what is tough. Like, there's no answer for it. Like, there's just not. Yeah, there's just no answer.
And I think that I bet you, and it's kind of ironic because I bet you Haslam, he's like, yeah, it's my bad for Watson, and I guarantee you, he called Andrew Berry and Stefanski said draft Sanders. I guarantee it. Because you could see.
But that's fine. But it's so different.
Andrew Berry was not.
But it's so different because we gave up nothing. Like, I mean,
Well, we gave up a we gave up a peaceful off season, and we got so much drama now. Of course,
that's not true though. There is not really drama.
Yes,
everyone is being.
Yeah,
I think everyone's being very, very handling it very well mentally. What they're saying is good. It seems like it's a good competition from all. Have you guys seen anything toxic?
Well, I just see stuff on social media. It's like, man, Dylan Gabriel is looking crazy out there. And then the next post will be Shedeur zipping it right now. It's just like
That's not bad though.
Well, it's just two different narratives that are just being built. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm the biggest
low bar,
Shedeur hater here, and I actually he with the work he's putting, like I'm seeing he's putting in already. Like he came down right away. He was getting after it. I'm like, all right, like I respect it a little bit. Seems like a hardworking kid, and he's already going out into the community and stuff. So, maybe he's switches tune. Sorry to cut you off, Tyler. Go ahead and.
I was just saying. I think it's just like a battle of mid, and it's such a low bar that all
that could be true. Yeah.
All the QBs are so like mid that like anyone can get the upper hand very easily because they don't have a high bar to compete against.
Yeah. I know a lot of people like read into like the draft reactions of like the Browns room when we drafted Sanders, but do you guys like think we drafted him like because he just like fell so low and like they're like, oh, like this is just too good a value to pass up, or because like the owner called and was like, fuck it, draft this guy?
I could see both, honestly, but I want to think he just fell into our lap and it was just good value at that pick.
The fact that we already had the quarterback does really make me think that it's a Haslam pull, just because. Yeah.
It's just hard for me to envision like the front office like plan to like draft him like when we like already had like Flacco and like Pickett, and now that like Flacco's like the fourth like least odds to like start week one, like makes no sense to me. Like he's like plus like 1,500 behind like all the other three guys, which just doesn't make sense to me. But what do I know?
What's your Andrew and Tommy, because we didn't have Tommy on that episode? What is your guys' like ideal starter day one, and what is your order like? I guess like 1 to 3 of like our string, our stringers, like who's our third stringer? Who's our first, second, and third stringer?
You want to go first, guest Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like do it how it actually is according to like odds, but like from what
you want,
I would think the Browns would like think like based on their thought process. Like I would think it would be like Pickett first, just because we got him first, and then I would think it'd be Pickett, Flacco, Gabriel, Sanders, but that's 100% not what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be like Pickett, Gabriel, Sanders, Flacco, or something like it. It just makes no sense to me. And you can't like have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, obviously. So I think they'll probably get rid of Flacco or Pickett.
Well, Andrew, I hate to burst your bubble, but we got 5 on the roster right now with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot. Literally.
And he's claiming he's going to come back bigger and better than ever too. He
is.
And imagine how great that would be, though, if he really came out and it
wouldn't be great.
Chance that happened.
It would be awful.
If we got like Houston Deshaun Watson, like comes out and like he just.
Man, you got.
That's just delusion. That's so delusional.
Come on, Tommy.
I literally said it's not going to happen. But
if we had to pay him again, that means he did something good.
How much of like. Because all the rest of the NFL was just like dukeying on us, like, oh yeah, you guys are so stupid for getting Deshaun Watson.
It would be hilarious.
It would be so funny to see the league if he just came. I know it would never happen in a million years, but he came in and just carved everybody up. That would be like the most non-Cleveland thing ever. But it would be fantastic.
What if he has a good season? He tricks us again to give him a big contract, and then he falls right back to being asked again.
That would be a very Cleveland thing to happen. But for that season, it would be excellent.
For that season,
the league reaction would be funny because everyone that was just like, "Oh, you guys are so stupid."
The one thing I want to toss out, and I think this also might play into the narrative that Shedeur was a Haslam pick. If you're Stefanski designing this offense, you have 5 guys who are pretty drastically different when it comes to play style, and that's what I mean. I think that's why Flacco is probably on the chopping block, is because the other 3 are at least mobile and like a little bit
mobile.
But
yeah,
he likes
Pickett's
a
mobile
pocket passer though.
but they're all just. I mean, they're all just a little bit more dynamic than Flacco, and maybe I know we have shown the success with Flacco, and that's why, he was originally like sort of thought to be the starter, but like I can't see a system where Flacco is succeeding really well, putting in one of these other guys and having them do great. Like I feel like he's got to change the offense to be better for like a rookie or Kenny Pickett. I mean, Kenny Pickett is really not better than a rookie, most likely. I don't know.
My thought, kind of going off that thing that Vanny was talking about earlier, is do any of these QBs do you realistically see playing here next year? Or who do you think has the best shot of being like a potentially like? Do you really want to settle with Kenny Pickett being your guy? Like,
What's the
he's
contract?
really not look good enough.
I mean, it's got to be Gabriel or Shedeur, right? Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, I don't really like. It's probably dumb, but if we're gonna be bad anyways, I'd rather play out our rookie quarterbacks and then either we have something with them or we're asked and then we're in a good spot to draft one next year.
I think Pickett could deserve one more shot though, with a good coach though. Like, I think he could deserve a shot.
Tommy, you would start who would you start then? If you want to start one of the rookies, who would you start? Or those two? Because we drafted Dylan Gabriel in the third round and
whoever
Shedeur
looks better
after him. So I feel like we would look stupid. I would think I would pick Shedeur over Gabriel, but I don't know how that would look with how we drafted him.
I think I'd want us to do the classic rookie quarterback where you start like a starter the first 3 or 4 weeks. As soon as it looks bad, then you put the rookie, like what we did with Baker, like what I think most young QBs go. And then I think Dylan Gabriel is so overrated after watching him against Ohio State 2 times. I think I don't know. I think Shedeur is overrated too, but I cannot see Dylan Gabriel being a realistic.
I do think his stock is lower from those games though. Like I think the more broad, those 2 games were lowlights, and I don't know. I think his stock might be low because of that.
Can't compete against.
He's like my height. He's like your height, Ben. Do you really think he's gonna
build?
It's just I can't get over it being under 6 foot. I mean, you have people like Kyler, which are anomalies, but Dylan Gabriel's not that athletic, so I just can't. I don't think he's got the frame to.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
that's
fair. I'm not high on Shedeur at all, but I would start him over just on build alone because I think he's bigger. I think he's shown that he can. That's the one thing he can definitely take hits because their line was nothing to write home about over there in Colorado. So, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I would start. I'm in the Flacco camp. I want Flacco to be the week 1 starter. What I think.
What, Andrew? Why are you shaking your head over there?
That,
it's just not going to happen. He's going to be cut.
Veteran QB, you got to coach up your young guys.
I think.
I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't even know if you mentioned, but I'd like to have a veteran presence in that locker room.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Flacco being our veteran. Like teaching Shedeur and Gabriel stuff than Pickett. I mean, the guy's won a freaking Super Bowl. What is Kenny Pickett done?
You think Sanders is looking for a mentor though? Like, you think he's going to Joe Flacco for advice?
I think I'm not a Sanders guy at all, but like I think he's shown from what I've seen
open-minded.
I think he's, and I think like him and Tom Brady. I think he's had a big relationship with Tom Brady, and I think obviously Flacco isn't Tom Brady, but like. I think he might respect that president. I think he got humbled a little bit too from how he got drafted. So he might be just trying to, now that he knows he's just fighting for a spot to just be in this league, basically, then he might take that coaching. I mean, and whether he does or not, Flacco, if he does decide to, Flacco's a better option than Pickett in terms of that mentorship. That's for sure. Well, how I think it'll play out is I think Flacco plays the first 3 games. It's not good. Pickett comes in, plays a few. It's gets out of hand. They might flip flop until we're about like 2-10 or like 2-9, 2-8 to 2-10, somewhere in there. And then the rookies come in and it's like we throw in the white flag and the rookies just play out the rest of the season. That's how I think it's
going to go. I think you're waiting too long, man. I think it'll be like 3 games in. We'll be 0-3 and people will be
We have such a hard
the
schedule.
alarms
to
will
start
Calling
it.
for Shador to come in.
Here,
Yeah.
I want to lay out this one hypothetical here because I mean the expectations are so low that I think everyone here would like be happy with a 9-8 season, right?
9 wins.
That's not happening.
I would be astounded.
I know. So that's what I'm saying.
It'd be a miracle.
So think about this.
Yeah, I'd
think
be
about this.
happy.
I'd be
Anything
happy with 7.
anything lower than let's say 6. Anything lower than 6, we're gonna inevitably be finding a scapegoat, and it's like who's gonna take the blame here? Like
Pickett.
Any
Because-
quarterback.
I don't
Any
think
and
I'm
all
looking for a
quarterbacks.
scapegoat though, because I think we're playing with house money this season for all
Yeah,
I care. Like I
are
just I have zero expectations. So
Are you
I'm
guys
not looking for
like-
anyone to blame.
Yeah. Are you
really hope
wanting a winning
Stefanski-
season? Or are you like still trying to
No.
tank?
I
Like,
just really,
don't
I just,
what's the plan?
I'm worried that if we
Arch.
tank, Stefanski is going to be on the chopping block, and I don't want that to happen. That's
I
my
agree.
take.
I don't want that to happen
No.
either.
So like that's why I'm nervous. Like if we're losing, like the Browns fans they're not just unhappy. And even Haslam, he's so rash. He'll just fire Stefanski to do something because we had a terrible season.
Well, here's my thing, man. I have faith because I have faith. I don't know if I don't trust him fully, but he should be under the understanding that we drafted 2 quarterbacks this draft.
from his recommendation.
We lost our star linebacker to an injury. Hopefully, JOK comes back next season. I really that's a huge part of our team that's gone.
Mhm.
And that makes sense why we reached for that linebacker now that news came out afterwards. I was upset initially at first that we took that linebacker early in the second round, but that makes sense now that we drafted him so early because the JOK news came out. But my thing is, Haslam hopefully should know that this team is nowhere near a winning team. This is a rebuilding team, and this is not on Stefanski, and he should try things out this season. This should be a house money season where we try things out. If we win, we win, and we just see what players step up. That's my
Yeah, it's 18 weeks. I'm just nervous. People are going to be calling for heads, and
Yeah.
someone's
I
going
mean,
to
I
take
will.
it.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But hopefully our front office can have enough of a grip to we'll recognize who actually is to blame in
Yeah,
this scenario.
and if the season goes as we expect, one of these rookies is going to be put in a tough spot unless we just fucking really stick with Pickett and just keep losing games with him. I wonder what the most consecutive game a quarterback has lost before. I'd love to know that stat before like getting pulled, because I mean that's always the first guy who gets pulled, right? Is
Yeah.
and
Gotta be
and
Orlowski, dude, right?
we're we're just gonna be. I have a bad feeling we're gonna be starting, Gabriel or Shador in like week 6. Everything's going poorly already. They're gonna look like shit, and we're just gonna be back to exactly where we started, which I guess is fine. If we're tanking, I guess that's fine. Yeah.
We have our receiving room is also not great. I mean, Tillman, maybe he can research a little bit. Judy's the most hot and cold guy ever just because he had Jameis hucking the ball down the field.
We got a tight end, Tommy.
That's what I'm saying, Ben, especially with the schedule.
Our
Where are we
QB,
even getting 4 wins?
like whenever QB goes in, is going to have no one to throw the ball to. So I guess my next question is, what do we, assuming we have a high pick, who do we want? Like I think we
This
have
is
to go
so
quarterback,
sad.
right?
This is such loser talk. Already talking about.
We're a losing team, Ben. We suck.
I mean, let's be honest. This makes the season a lot easier to watch with the low expectation. That's for sure, though. That's the one.
Well, you were
silver
saying
lining.
we're gonna go 9-8, bruh.
Did you guys see the
no, I'm
stuff
saying-
about Drew Aller, them wanting him to take him second overall if he declared? That has to be a joke, right?
That's a
no.
meme. That's definitely a meme.
It's crazy. It's
Thank
only because
God he
he's
didn't
got a big
declare.
frame, but he is awful at football.
No, yeah.
But he's a
that's-
hometown kid, and so I think they would actually draft him if that would have happened.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Andrew. We should probably get our next guest on. Anything else you want to say before you sign off tonight?
Don't move the stadium to Brook Park, or don't believe anything the Haslam's tell you that they're going to do about it. They're frauds.
I like that. I like that stance. I like
Yeah,
that
no
stance.
Brook Park Browns. We're the Cleveland.
I just don't know
Browns.
how you can like buy anything they're telling you about it. Like they've proven like nothing. Like yeah, they really like vetted Deshaun Watson and everything else. Like they stole from a bunch of truck drivers, a bunch of crooks.
Yeah, I love his truck stop.
All right, good work, guys. I'll see you later. I'll be tuned in though.
Thanks
Oh
for
yeah,
coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry about Leicester.
Rip
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy.
See you in the
Hey,
championship.
Go
Right.
Oldham though. Go Oldham.
Yeah, go Oldham. They're heading to Wembley.
All right.
All right, let's get. We're down to one viewer, bro. What the hell happened?
This is
The
tough.
Browns talk really just had people
They
snoozing.
killed the mood. Well, that killed the mood.
This has been a good been a good test though. It's
Tommy, how's the ball
My-
and chain?
My one friend, he wanted to join the thing, but he said he couldn't find out how to get on.
What?
the stream or the
He said, "Where's your podcast? I want to call in."
I have the link on. Tell him to check
I-
Instagram.
I texted him and he didn't respond. So
yeah.
I have call tonight. I have Ben's number, and then I also have the YouTube link,
he's a big Celtics fan, so it would be fun to clown him.
and then also the links in the bio, Tommy.
Logan
I'll
texted
link
me,
to
but I think I don't know. He might be out now.
Oh no, he's out now, bro.
I don't. Yeah. He just hasn't responded, and it's been a while.
I
So
think unfortunately we don't have the draw to have
Well,
people
we just
sit
did
on
it.
the line forever.
we just did it
waiting.
too fast. We definitely get some more snow of people if we did it in more advance. But
Whoever wants
Yeah.
to call in, call that number. You know what? I should have that number.
You should just have it on like the bottom bar, so it's like call his phone number.
you know what? Grunk. Honestly, I didn't know that we had the staging. We should just post the link, the invite link
Oh, that's a good idea.
next time, and just have anyone hop on and just hesitate to play him. You know.
Yeah, and be like, hey,
That's
all right.
yeah. Let's just do that next time because this is
Okay.
fun though.
I do
Ru-
think it's fun. It definitely has some good conversation.
It's also easier than now we don't have to post anything because we just do it live and that's it. You know.
no, I don't like that.
Colin. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be tough though. There's not gonna be sports to talk about
Here we
really
go.
for the next bit.
Tight game.
We should
Timberwolves,
start.
OKC.
Oh, fuck! I forgot the fucking bet. Damn it! I was
We're
gonna
gonna
bet the spread.
demonetize with you cussing so much.
I'm pissed that I didn't bet the spread. I knew it was.
Cussing, and then also, Ben, what we can do on YouTube is once we're done live stream, we can post this on YouTube just as a VOD. It'll just save
Yeah.
as a video.
Vanny, what were
Ben.
you thinking for the game? I was gonna bet Timberwolves spread. Do you think that's a solid bet?
Yeah, I think the Timber Pups are coming out. I don't know if they win this series, but I think
Yeah,
they-
I mean, or against the Lakers too. They came out hot in that first
Yeah.
game, so I think they might do it again.
And
here.
I'm excited. Like Ant and SGA, they got some beef, dude.
Future faces of the league.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I really hope whoever wins this wins.
I'm rooting for the
It's
Timber
East.
Pups hard. I'm
Oh shit,
want
that's
those
my
to-
number. I just accidentally posted my number.
Grunk docs.
I don't know why I didn't even think
Thank
about
God
it.
nobody watches this crap because the amount of flubs we Grunk just gave out the YouTube login information while we were live.
No, no,
call it.
don't even give him my number. Just put in the link. Put in the link right here. I'll put in the link.
You do it. Can you do the banner? do the link too on the back end too, Ben. Like,
Yeah, I don't. Oh, here it is.
Do you know how I start it? Do you know how I start it?
Dude, Randall's hot right now.
Let's see that.
Okay,
one.
and star it or just pin.
Yeah, just just unpin that.
Randall's 6 of 8, 5 of 6 from 3.
Whoa!
Randall,
Playoff rank.
playoff Randall, dude.
Then change the banner or actually
I don't know how you change the banner.
All right. Is there anyone
yeah.
that we can call to have him call in?
Well, Will's probably off work now. If we want to try to get Will on, since
He just said something about Miami.
I would love to get.
Andrew just kept saying what's up in the chat. The private chat. I like how we have a private chat too. This
Wait,
is
I
a good
don't
setup, man.
even see that. I don't even see the private chat.
This is a good setup we got. Low key, like I like this. Like,
Yeah,
and
we should. But the problem is we're gonna have probably a good amount of content that's not sports related for the next few months potentially.
I'm high-key thinking, man, that I might just pay for the premium version, and we can just have them across both platforms. But essentially, we could also do it where I can post comments and they'd show up on the screen too. So it'd be displayed like it'd be like Patrick like saying like, "Oh, Lester sucks" or something.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not the Foxes.
Tommy,
Not the Foxes.
you're a hater, bro, because you and Trip are haters about Oldham, dude. This is like the one time, and well, Andy, I say we had to sacrifice, like we had to have bad teams, over and over. We had to have the Cavs stink, the Guardians stink, and the Browns stink, and Oldham will step up, and Arsenal and
Arsenal crumbled, yeah.
and Oldham will step up, man. They'll be in Wembley, dude. I'm so excited.
What if they lose at Wembley, though? I'm going to be gutted.
I'm gonna cry.
They've been so
probably.
dominant, though. They've scored 7 goals in their last 2 games. They haven't even conceded a goal.
Did you see the fans storming the pitch, Manny?
Yeah, it was hilarious. After the second goal, they were storming the pitch.
I
It's
think we
2-0, like with still like 40 minutes to play, and they're storming the pitch like it's over. Like, be careful, a lot can happen. 40 minutes,
Especially for Oldham. I know.
yeah, especially with the Oldham's erratic defense. They've kind of been clamping, though. I'm not gonna lie.
They've had. I think they said they're the best defense in the National League. Unironically.
Wait, so what division are they in right now?
They're non-professional, so they're in the
But
fifth division. If they win this, they become a professional sports team again.
They go in the league.
The fourth
yeah,
division?
yeah, they go back
Wait.
up to the fourth.
When did you become a fan of them? When they were the third division?
I think, well, yeah,
We
so
got-
junior year of high school,
Says
right?
Joe in here. I told
Oh,
him.
This is outrageous. I get notified last minute and I have to go home at the gas station.
Joe's not an Instagram guy, so I just texted him. Yeah, we posted this late.
You guys
And my
watch this
last
on- you guys-
episode got banned because Big Tech censored me for
Yeah, 'cause it's
fat
always
shaming
fat.
drugs.
Big
All I
Cat.
did was fat shame drugs a little and they censored.
Well, you're not obese.
We've had a few censored podcasts in the last few weeks.
That will be lost to me, and I'll
He just
never
goes-
air
he
single
just goes,
day.
thanks.
That was ridiculous. Tommy couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes straight after that.
Joe's low-key a Steelers fan. I know he's not. Joe. What level of fandom would you say you're a Steelers fan? First off,
Like a 3 out of 10, maybe a 4.
Oh,
okay, yeah. But you've seen Kenny Pickett. Do you have any faith? Should we be starting him? What do you think of this Kenny Pickett Browns starter?
Definitely not.
Joe, are you going off the construction site? Like, what the hell? You got the orange shirt on?
I'm lagging really hard. I can barely even hear y'all.
Are you coming out off the construction site? You're like you in the orange shirt, like in the gas station off the
No, I
day of
just
work.
finished working out.
Oh,
This is
okay.
what
Yeah,
happens when
same.
I have to just jump on random times at the gas station.
Yeah, well, I respect the dedication. I was working out a lot too, and Ben called me in, and I had to.
Yeah.
I better. What were you building Legos?
Oh wow, okay.
Sorting
Sorry,
Legos.
I gotta
What's
pull
the
my
calories
punches. I already
on
got
it?
canceled last time.
Yeah, Joe and I are just gonna be bickering back and forth.
Ben,
It's like-
Ben, when are we gonna do this Clash Royale episode?
I know, dude.
Yeah, whoa.
We have a long.
Live show right now?
We have a long. I'd be
Live
down.
tier list?
No,
I'd be
Joe,
down right now. Should we
No,
do it
come on.
live?
Come on.
Gas fill up live
The
stream.
problem is, I don't think we're already an hour and a half in. This
Yeah,
episode
we
will
got
be
it.
like 3 hours long. if
Yeah,
do
we
it.
gotta get that.
Next
I
going.
time-
think there's gonna be a
next-
lot of
Next
deliberating.
time we do a live show, can we just do a live show of all the Mount Rushmores?
That would be hilarious.
So you just
Some
join-
gas station song.
Music.
of what
That
is
gas
wrong?
station has the loudest music at the tank I've ever heard.
This is so scrappy.
Yeah, just Mountain Grunkmore's nonstop, Tommy.
I'm so for that.
That's a
I'm
good
so-
idea. I mean, we're gonna run out of so much
No,
content here. 'Cause,
People have to bring it up to like whoever joins can pick the.
oh, that's a good idea.
I think Ben. I think if we have a live like once a week, I think if we could have,
I mean-
conversations can flow. And they
Yeah,
have-
we've had like 5 to 10 viewers this whole time. Like, if we have one person, like anyone, pop on and just do a Mount Grungmore, I think it's viable for sure.
I'd be so
Wait.
down to just tier list amount grunt.
Tier list?
for
We-
hours. dude.
we need to do we need to redo the quarterback tier list, Grunkich. We got
There are actually viewers on this thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got 5 viewers right now. You're live right now, by the way. We should have told you that at the start.
yeah, you're live, dude.
Good thing I held back.
Can't get censored when we're going live.
Yeah, you can make all the fat jokes you want now. You can call
Wait,
me
what
fat.
was the thing the first time?
He said, "Well, you're not that obese."
We were harping pretty heavily on the workout plan, which went to and diet, which went to shit.
I just got back
Bro.
from a 5-mile run and then the gym.
Yeah, dude, I ran 20 miles today.
Grunkage
You like
face.
that?
You know, Grunkage face.
Yeah, Grunkage face. I've been trying to run low key every other night, but I only ran like. Ben,
Oh
Tommy,
my-
You have your share of my watch, right, Tommy?
Oh yeah, I'll fact check. Let me fact check.
You know what we forgot, Grunk? How are the Pirates doing, dude? We forgot about the debut.
God.
Pirates got 3-0'd yesterday.
Dude,
Wait, but that was already game 2. What game? Run us through game 1 real quick, and then game,
Game
2.
one.
We lost.
the lineup thing is so funny, Tommy. Don't even look at the workout; it's embarrassing.
Wait, how far was it?
It's like
I'm finding
1.2
it.
Hey,
miles. Like
That's something, bro.
It's over one. I
That's
thought it was
something,
gonna be
dude.
like below 1. Like it was like point like 3/4 of a mile or something.
Whoa, 1.28 mile run.
Wait,
Okay,
actually,
Mom.
Joe, what is the cut? You're on a cut right now, right? What's the plan you're on?
thanks, Tom.
The plan is to just keep running more now and lift after running.
Yeah,
Lift after running. What's the mileage you're trying? Like 5 a day?
5 a day, 5 times a week. Yeah.
5 a day, 5 times, solid. 25 miles.
I'm
Grunk.
down to
That's all you gotta do.
186 is what I weighed in today.
Down from what? What'd you start at?
The peak was 195.
Not bad.
Fat ass.
9 pounds already. Solid.
The Pirates week 1 we had 5 people. It was just me, Vanny, Trevor, Momo, Julia. It was a disaster. I thought
The volleyball team?
yeah.
Well, we won one game. We won the first set, which was miraculous. This team was bad. I mean, they were bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's a disaster because we just
I don't know how we lost that team.
and that's weird. We just didn't. And I don't know. Maybe we were just ice cold or something. But that was one of those winnable games where it just hurts. And then week 2 we won.
First win ever.
We should have 3-0'd the team, but we
Wait, you
blew
won?
it.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
already
we won
week
again.
3 today. This
Yeah,
week.
yesterday was week 3.
Oh, sick, dude. I didn't know you won. That's hype.
Ben,
Yeah, we won 2-1. It was
we still found a
unreal.
way to make it a bad win.
And then,
Yeah,
and then
so
what
because-
was the 3-0? It just got smoked or what?
Oh, it was awful.
It
They had
was
two guys that
over.
served piss missiles for serves. They were just like putting them. Once they figured out who our weaker links were, they were just
yeah.
blasting serves at them and just
Yeah, it's
Who were the
over
weaker
from
links?
start because literally
we can't
it was
call
just-
anybody out. You know.
yeah. Everyone played hard, Joe. Everyone played.
Yeah,
hard.
everyone did play hard.
it was over from the start. It was literally they started off on an 8-0 run, and we just
Oh my.
just watching the ball go by, it's like
Yeah.
as if they're not there. Just and the funniest thing is Vanny and I always say is we never have the same lineup at week in week out. It's never the same. We can't. There's just
That roster needs some retooling.
yeah,
I
it
mean-
does. That's for damn sure.
All right, I I think we should wrap it up. This is a solid pod. We're down to 2 viewers.
What the heck? I was on here like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't even ask Joe any questions.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to watch you, Joe. Everybody left.
We've been talking Cavs and Browns, Joe. I mean, if you have any input on those two, those are our only topics we've
I
been
don't
talking
have
about.
any input
How's
on
Bama
those
gonna be
things.
this
Where's my
year?
episode? I was
Your-
supposed to have an episode and I got canceled. I want to be
Your episode
on the show.
Your time will come. It's not right now. Right now,
Nobody wants to watch your fat ass.
This is a Cav.
Give me the
Whoa!
link. Hey, how about we just have Grunk building Legos?
That's another channel. It's Grunk Bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out the other channel.
Yeah, you want to come on the Grunk Bricks pod, Jay?
Yes, can I?
Talk
Yeah, you
Legos.
want to talk Lego shop?
Tier
go
list
ahead.
Legos. I do.
You got any
think
Lego sets?
we need to do a QB. We need to do a QB
So-
tier list again badly.
Got any games on your
I do
phone?
have a Lego story. It was the beginning of the end of Legos in my childhood. I was about 8 years old. My mom got me an X-wing fighter Lego set,
Sick.
and
Classy set.
we put on the wings backwards, and I quit and smashed it and never touched another Lego the rest of my life.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna be cut out for Grunk Bricks.
Yeah, dude, you got no
Definitely
patience.
not.
It's very frustrating.
He's probably an expert for real.
Well,
I bet he
it's-
has some master builds.
It's actually not frustrating. How far are you guys though? It requires patience. The work you're doing
I
right
don't
now.
think Ben's gonna look back in the garage, man. There's gonna be no progress.
Have you guys not been
I
grinding?
bet
mean,
Grunk
but
Bricks like a
hits
channel
are
could actually
big.
go big.
Grunk has gone. Honest, Grunk, how many subscribers you at right now?
like 860 something.
I mean, yeah, dude, that's kind of insane.
You
Yeah,
can build
it's
off that
huge.
for sure.
Yeah,
It's crazy, dude. There's like I get celebrities every time I out the house.
that's hype, dude. Like 860 is very solid though.
I think
Well,
what
hey, you guys
is it
you guys
1,000 or
know?
2,000? I think at 1,000 or 2,000 you can get monetized, right? I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping if we do we only have one viewer. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we're
We're
talking
going
about
live from
bullshit.
Chipotle right now.
yeah,
Oh,
Joe. I
good
mean,
stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. There's only one other person watching us right now. I mean, you joined the stream and those viewers dipped. I don't know what.
We're
happened.
at-
Yeah, no,
we're at
Joe
zero
lost
now.
the ball.
We're at
We're at 0
we were,
viewers.
we were talking Cavs and Browns. Joe has zero input for that. All he does is
I'm so ready for this Clash Royale thing though. That
I
would be
am.
hilarious.
All that Joe does though is he looks at the Cavs score and then sends me clown emojis if we lose, and then if we win, he doesn't send anything. It pisses me off.
How are we
Oh,
gonna
Charlotte's
rate
backing you.
Clash Royale characters? Like I think like the sounds
Oh,
they make have to be
oh.
a big.
Wait,
Ask
Power?
for
How
it.
good they are?
Well,
or
then
what?
Well, I
Hog
think- I
Rider's
think a
number
bunch
one,
of
easy.
things. No, but I don't think all like we gotta take everything into account is what I'm
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
aura.
sure.
You have
like their
to. You have
power,
to take
yeah,
aura
like the
into
aura,
account,
and then
yeah.
like
Okay,
the
well,
sounds
Hog
they
Rider's
make, how they
1-1.
look. Well,
Ben,
you can
Also-
pick for sound, yeah.
also,
but, like,
just like
like, are
personal
they the most
experiences
powerful? I mean, they're
with
pretty
things.
powerful,
Who
yeah.
was the guy with the
Oh.
mustache again?
Like I love the ghost of Grunkage. Like,
Tommy.
the
That's
royal
Tommy
ghost.
right there.
That's Tommy. That's Tommy. You can't see his name.
Yeah.
Who's the guy with the mustache? Well, he's right here. Just ask him.
I can't see him on my phone driving to Chipotle.
Tommy's low-key the best Clash Royale guy here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
to give that.
Could
up.
I
Well,
beat him?
I'm a good role player. I'm a good role player.
Actually, Joe is good as hell. You guys should run it. You guys should run it.
Well,
Twos?
Ben and Will have like a mental block.
We
They're
ra-
like the Cavs in the
Joe,
playoffs against
Me
us.
and my friend Will ran twos against Vanny and Tommy. We literally couldn't win a game.
Remember
It
the
was so
earth,
bad.
remember you dropped the earthquake on their
Yeah,
towers?
I woke up the King Tower right away.
It
No,
was
you
so bad.
still won.
Did you tell me?
Hey. Oh, Ben's getting yelled at from his
No,
mom.
I
probably.
don't. No, I don't. I think it was. I thought I heard
Ben's
something.
been home for like
Um,
2 hours and already getting in trouble.
We do have a viewer, Charlotte. Charlotte said she's locked in, guys.
Charlotte should have hopped in this pod.
Charlotte, what up?
She just graduated.
I
man.
sent her the link. She's not popping in, dude.
Oh,
Shout out Ice
Charlotte.
Wizard too. I'm a big Ice Wizard guy.
I'm a big
Ice
Ice Wizard guy as well.
Sucks.
I'm a big
What?
mini.
Oh,
I'm a big mini Pekka guy.
I was,
No.
I'm a big
I was
bowler guy.
Sparky. I love Sparky.
The regular Pekka was sick.
that fucking Tommy, that firework girl. That
I
you
think
were
Tom-
using?
Oh, Firecracker's insane.
Tommy versus Joe could be a good battle. Joe was a grinder though. Tommy. He
I'm
was
out of
so
my
hard.
prime,
dude.
He was such a tryhard, dude. So
Nerds, dude.
That could be a good run.
Is the Mega Knight still like super powerful? Like they're just like
Oh,
brutalized.
The Mega Knight was never even good.
How many people would
Oh,
watch this live
stop
stream
it.
Clash Royale?
Okay, I could tell where you're like a C to B.
All right,
level player,
yeah,
but
Joe, yeah. I
Mega
wasn't
Knight
at the
was
top
good.
of the leagues, but you know, I found ways to deal with him. Thank you very much, but he was still annoying.
found ways to win.
You know, yeah, I think I ended in like the spooky arena. All right, you know, I was, you know,
Wait, what?
Dude,
I'm
I
talking
hated-
about grinding trophies in the Legendary League.
I was, you know, I didn't. I
We
was,
got
I was
life.
a-
We
I
got
was a
life,
role
bro.
player, dude. I was a role
Good
player.
call,
All right?
Grunkage. Good call, Grunkage.
I wasn't an
What did he say?
all-star.
Grunk said he has a life.
I wasn't a
Hey,
Hall
this-
of Famer.
All I would do was run and play Clash Royale.
Play while you run.
That was my whole life.
Yikes.
I didn't have time
I like
to
this
go
rivalry.
to tank my volleyball team.
I like this rivalry.
No, not the Pirates
Uh,
catching strays.
The Gobs also
Wait,
missed their
what?
game today.
Clash Royale.
Gobs forfeit their game
Yeah.
based on scheduling issues.
Oh my God.
Classic.
How does that happen?
The only reason I checked
I
it
don't
is
know
because
how
I was trying to
nobody
figure out
noticed.
tomorrow.
Oh, Ben,
Crazy that
Ben, I
nobody
got to
knows.
tell you some bad news.
What's up?
Me and Jeff lost to Haker in Summer League last Thursday.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Was he chirping? This guy Hager
no,
is
he didn't say
Oh yeah, I know him.
he literally has the biggest ego you've ever seen. And
he guarded
well,
me 1 point, and I instantly scored on him, and then he didn't guard me anymore.
He's honestly I love the kid. His
I love
confidence
Hager.
his confidence never wavers even though he gets exposed constantly.
They also had Isaiah, so that's why they won. But
Oh yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, facts. Okay.
Charlotte, get in here. I know you're watching. I know Charlotte's watching this right now.
Yeah, let's kick Joe out. I'm kind of sick of him.
We got
Drunk, I'm just trying to give the
wrap
people what they want. They need a little rivalry.
We need to wrap
I
this
know. I
up.
like it. I like it, Joe. A little friendly banter. I
We're
like
at
it.
140.
I'm
we need
so
to wrap
ready for
this
this
up.
Clash Royale.
Let's well honestly, what do you guys think? Should we just make it live streams from now on?
I think that'd be fun.
I don't hate
I
it.
think
don't hate the
until
idea.
sports pick up again, probably.
We should
y'all
yeah,
are
we should
lucky I
Oh,
didn't-
Charlotte. Then Charlotte said gotta go. Don't get her. No.
Whoa.
We should,
whoa.
we should
That'll be down to
plan
one viewer.
we should still plan like a not pre-dawn, but like at least one like Mount Grunk more that we're for sure doing
Clash
on
Royale.
a live stream. Should we do you guys want to do
All
it
I'm
next
saying
week?
is, y'all are lucky I didn't play my walk-in song, the new Kanye Bop, coming in here.
Oh no, that song is great. I'm not gonna lie, I love like the beat to it. Like I love. Like, I'm just not playing
Whoa.
those lyrics in my car. I mean,
Is
it's not,
it on Spotify or is it like?
Brooks a
banned?
big fan of it.
no, it's on YouTube. I listened to it. I was like, dude, the beat is like good, but I'm not listening to the freaking Hail Hitler in my damn car while I'm driving. It's just not happening.
Jeez, I don't know. I didn't realize it was that crazy of a.
No, it's like no, it's. Have you listened to it, Grunk?
No.
End of
You
the
can
song
find it on,
ends
like,
Why would I
Real.
listen to
It's
that?
like Hitler
Grunk,
talking to the
listen to
right.
it.
It's like the end of the song. Like, oh my god.
Wait, what was our old coach's name, Ben?
Thomas?
What do you think he's doing right now? Listening to that new Kanye
He's-
banger?
he's gotta be pissed, dude.
Bruh.
He's gotta be absolutely triggered. Whoa! Who's entered the stage, Grunk? Add her in.
No way. All right, let's
Add
kick
her in,
Joe. Let's
dude.
kick Joe out.
Why do I have to get
There
kicked?
she is. Let's go.
You just kicked it out.
Joe's off
Hey
stage.
guys,
Joe's off stage.
I just kicked Joe out.
You just kicked him out of nowhere.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, Joe. That was mean.
Charlie, good to see you. Happy graduation from Third Stringers.
thanks,
Yeah, good
guys.
job. Big
Graduated
dog.
yesterday.
Thanks.
We should have posted that on our Instagram. Congrats,
should've.
Charlotte. It's like a black
should've.
and white photo.
Am I back on?
I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
was looking for the live stream earlier, and there's another podcast called Third Stringers, and I think you guys totally copied them.
Oh,
What?
No.
Wrong.
Look on YouTube. It's a
We can't-
sports podcast with friends called Third Stringers that's been around since 2023.
We may or
Oh,
may not
no.
have known about that when we chose the
Wrong.
name.
Who
Copyright.
picked the name?
Copyright.
Did Grunk?
Drunk.
Name?
What are we
Charlotte,
doing
we need
here?
your opinion on Kanye's new song. Thoughts?
I didn't listen.
Yeah, don't listen
Should we
to that.
should we just play it for the
No,
viewers?
we
Play it on the
don't.
pod.
We should
Play it
not
on the
play
pod.
it.
For the viewers' sake.
Play it on
not
the
play
YouTube
it.
live stream.
They probably
Uh,
don't know what we're
li-
talking
live
about.
reaction.
Okay, wait. Seriously, Charlotte, though, do you have any thoughts about the Cavs and what we should do off season?
I thought your guys' takes were great.
Great
Okay,
answer.
thanks.
Great answer.
Thanks for
no,
joining the stage.
I think you guys had some good thoughts.
Do you
on it.
believe in Garland though?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, Loki.
Nah, there we go.
You
I
get
agree with. I actually
giving
agree
us
with your
nothing.
point. I don't think he has the physical body to play like paying in the NBA.
Not
I
in
don't
this
know.
league, dude.
If he had my body, he'd be good.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Growing post 2 mile body.
What about
Okay.
any updates on friends who might be into Husky guys?
Oh God, come on, bro. We're live.
Any updates
Hey,
there?
Charlotte, I did hear some bad news that Casey is not only gonna. You told Ben Casey's only gonna play if you're there. Is that really true,
Well, she's usually at her lake house,
bruh?
and she
But-
starts work. She starts work like early July.
Where?
Cleveland.
So she's not gonna want.
She's
Gonna come on.
She's scared
Tuesday?
of the Pirates.
Is
She's
she
gonna come
scared
on
of me?
Tuesday.
Like, am I that ugly?
No, she's just. We'll come together two weeks in a row.
Growing, you're not that ugly. You
Charlotte.
gotta have some confidence in yourself.
You're not that. You're not that.
Growing, confidence is key. Confidence goes a long way.
I mean,
Grunk is such a
you
big
called me
people.
fat the first time I met you. That's not good confidence.
Growing, I think you should lean into the Lego thing. I think that pulls for real.
I
Girls
I
like a
think
guy with a hobby.
Nerds are in right now, Gronk.
Grunk, you need to lean into the Zacharific bit, dude. You could have
Whoa.
gotten famous off that if you
What's
would. If you would-
Zacharific?
Oh, you haven't seen him?
Look
Have you-
him up.
Have you seen
Yeah,
his
I know who
videos?
guy.
Zacharific is.
I love this guy. He's so funny, dude.
Bruh.
He's not that funny.
Zacharific?
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
He's
just
not that funny. I
Type
agree.
shit.
Yeah.
He's overrated.
whatever. I'll send you.
I
I'll
agree
send
with
you.
Joe.
I'll send you a video. Grunk. Tell me,
Zacharific?
He just like
Bro,
pretend. He
Zacharific
just
is so
pretends he's like
overrated.
a big shot, and he just like makes up these narratives. He's like, yeah, like you guys like I don't even know. I can't even like
His-
impersonate him really, but like he
his-
acts like he's like he'll like yeah like this guy yeah
His
He's like, dude, City
compilations-
Sweeney will not stop calling me.
yeah yeah yeah.
I already
like-
told
like-
her I was.
He
done
was
with it.
entertaining for about as long as I Show Speed's barking.
Yeah.
I show speed's overrated.
Let's
as
talk
hell.
about that flight over
And
ice
Zacharific
speed
is
all
in the
day.
same camp as Speed.
I will take flight over speed
Wait.
all day. I agree with that. Although
Speed is
Kai,
a
Can we get Flight
Walmart
on the pod?
Kai is actually entertaining. Kai is actually entertaining in my
I haven't
opinion,
watched him at all.
comparatively.
That's-
comparatively.
Hey, Ben, or Charlotte, have you seen that Flight Reacts video that Vanny and I
I-
sent?
Oh, Grunkage, I showed her the golfing fart yesterday. She enjoyed that.
Dude, that clip. How did you not post that clip? Yet?
I know we need to get that.
Do I
on
need
the
to post
Tom,
that
have
podcast.
you
Instagram
seen that?
Reels or
No, I
something?
sent it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe
Ben
hasn't even
showed it
seen
to
that.
me.
You should
Alright.
add that to the your intro to Third Stringers.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can you like amplify the fart? Can you like?
That's a good idea.
Because it's kind of quiet. Like when I listen to it, you gotta like kind of put it
Yeah,
up to
you
your
do
ear.
have
You
to
know,
kinda.
I like
It's a
how
little
Will.
muffled.
I like how Will just looks pissed, like throughout the whole situation. Like
I'm
pissed.
sending this to Joe.
Charlotte, but like, is like Casey like afraid of me? Like, is that what it is? Like,
She's not afraid of you, no.
Wait, Grunk, walk
She just
me
kind
through
of
the speed
doesn't play
dating.
volleyball often, so
Regan
I gotta
invited you to.
drag her there, you know.
Regan invited you to a speed dating function, and you're not doing this.
and he didn't go. He didn't want to go.
bro, I'm not going to that.
I'm with him on that one.
Dude, I
Grunk,
thought he would dominate in that, dude.
You have.
He can
you ha-
start a conversation
Yes,
so quick. He
Grunk-
would thrive
Grunkage
in that
can start
environment. That's what I
conversations
said.
very well.
And like,
and-
it just
And
had
also
no
having a
interest in it.
friend who is a girl there is actually big. I think too. I think that's aura, dude.
That's aura.
Laura,
Laura,
Yeah.
really?
Farming.
You walk
That's
in.
aura.
You
Chad
walk in.
Gilgeous.
You already walk in with a girl. That's
Front
huge aura.
Gilgis Alexander.
Grunk, here's what you do. You bring your most elite Lego set, you post up in the library, you dump it on the floor, and you start building. And
and
see
then I
what
with my
happens.
shirt off or
Word.
something.
What?
With my shirt off.
That's a little blue collar Lego, man. You could go for it. We'll see.
Blue collar Lego.
Lego.
Blue collar Lego. That could be
I
a
feel
new
like I'm more of
brand.
a blue collar Lego kind of guy.
You guys are both blue. I mean, you fucking took a van to Pittsburgh. That's a blue collar as it gets.
That is
A
true.
Semi.
Charlotte, so when are you coming back to Bay?
I'm here. Well, I'm in Westlake, but I'm here.
Oh, what? You're here?
We're running pickleball, Grunk. You ready?
When?
It's supposed to rain 5 days in a row, though. So can we go to the indoor place?
Yeah,
Okay,
we gotta get the indoor
I'm
place
free now
locked in.
Saturday.
Should I fly up to Cleveland for some pickle? I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Thursday.
Saturday-
Friday, Saturday,
Pull up,
Sunday,
big dog.
Monday.
I'm gonna be gone probably Friday, unfortunately.
What?
Wow,
Why?
I might have these tryouts for frisbee this weekend.
Did
Are
you
you
find
gonna
out?
be gone this
I
weekend?
did not find out yet, so we'll see. I won't know until tomorrow, most likely.
Bro, but come on. There's a Memorial Day thing at Trevor's house.
I know. I'm hoping to go to it on Sunday. We got to make this die table tomorrow too. If we're doing that,
Then do you have to pee?
yes, I need to piss really
I
bad.
can tell.
I can tell because he's like grabbing his.
He's like
cock.
a little kid.
Oh, you're making the die table tomorrow?
Yep.
So we're not doing rounds, Grunk? No rounds?
Wait, what's round? Oh, you guys doing Legos?
No, we're not gonna do rounds, man. We're gonna honestly, it might just be HQ at my house. We might build a table and also sort through. Because Henry wants to come over and go through that whole palette.
All right. Well, I'm going to work out in the morning then. No, I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah, same. I'll work out too.
How early are you guys doing that? Because I'm gonna do that as well.
What the round?
Like, just how early were you planning on meeting up?
I was gonna say like 11.
Oh, fuck, I need to get some work done. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Work done. You got no work.
I do have work, dude. I have a job now. I have 2 jobs, 3 jobs.
Here's what's gonna. Hey, Charlotte, you wanna go get food with me right now?
Um,
Oh,
Where at?
Jesus, dude.
sure,
Mitchell's?
let's go. Let's go.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Jesus, dude.
Jesus Christ, Grunk.
I can't this is ridiculous.
We-
I'm at Chipotle.
Who's still watching?
All right. Yeah. Are we done?
Who's
Yeah.
our,
Yeah,
who's our one viewer, dude? Is it Charlotte? Are you watching on another device, or is someone actually watching?
No, I'm on this platform now.
I would love to know who's watching this. If you're that one viewer, please
Message-
comment.
What if it's Mr. Beast and he's about to send us 10 grand?
That'd be sick. No, you won't get any of that. I won't give
All
that.
right, guys. Thanks for having me on.
I can't even
Thanks
hang
for
out.
coming
I
on,
want to hang out with my
Charlotte.
friend Charlotte's thinking of like random.
She said, let's go, Grunk.
I did say that. Where do you
Go
want
to
to go?
Mitchell's.
Let's go.
Ben, you should come over right now. Charlotte, you should come over right now and help us sort through Legos.
All right, I'm on my way.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, if you want to come see it. Base operations.
The headquarters? I'd love to see it.
All right, I'm ending the live.
All right, yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.